Hey you guys, I wanted to make a part two to my video that I made the other day talking about clean eating and healthy habits and how to start implementing those into your life. But I also wanted to talk about the other side of what has made me really successful with weight loss and body love and self-love and all that important stuff that gets rolled into that ball of trying to get the body that you want and keeping the body that you want. So the biggest part of my journey, the biggest shift that I have had is back in 2012, I went through a pretty rough breakup. It was pretty dark times for me. I was not feeling very good about myself. I was very unhappy in my job. And I decided after that breakup that I was going to take a journey to healing. I was going to start looking inward and just figuring out how to heal myself and feel better about myself and attract the right people into my life so that I would no longer keep putting myself in the same situation that I continue to put myself in. So my message to you today is, yes, of course, you need to figure out the clean eating and the workouts. You got to move your body. It doesn't even need to be a workout. You just need to move your freaking body. We're built to move, and we live in a pretty sedentary society, sitting at our computers all the time, and that's not what our bodies were built to do. So yes, you have to move your body. Yes, you need to eat food that came from the earth that's not processed and full of chemicals that's making us all sick. But the other part of that is we are not just our mind, we are not just our body, we are mind, body, spirit. So if you're ignoring your true self, your soul self, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, if you're ignoring that and not paying attention to that, then it is typically going to manifest as having the body that you don't actually want. So until you're ready to look at your stuff and ready to start healing and ready to start actually loving yourself and respecting yourself, then it's pretty much always an uphill battle with your weight. That's been my experience, is because I had some emotional stuff going on that I was choosing to ignore. I had a really hard time getting my body to the weight that I wanted it to be and keeping it that way. It was really, really a struggle for me. And part of that is because I'm definitely an emotional eater. If I'm stressed out, if I'm not feeling good, if I'm not feeling happy, then I do typically turn to food. I think that that's pretty common in a lot of women. If it's not for you, that's okay. But in my journey and my experience, and I hope this helps you, is when I decided to take that inward journey and when I discovered yoga, that's when I was like, oh, I've been missing this whole huge piece of the puzzle, which is loving myself, respecting myself, feeling good about myself, and treating myself kindly. Because before, my workouts were really centered around like, how can I torture my body? How can I punish my body? How can I starve my body? How can I go on this extreme diet? Oh! My phone holder, my phone holder just dropped. Anyways, that scared me. Holy crap. Let me see if I can get it back on. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Holy phone holder. Okay. So my message to you is, you may feel like, you know what, I don't have anything to heal. I'm totally fine. I'm totally awesome. And I honestly thought the same thing. I went through some pretty scarring abandonment stuff with my real dad, with my biological father. And, you know, even in my 20s, I was just like, I dealt with that. It's over. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm totally okay. And it turns out like I had never really dealt with it. And it kept manifesting as the relationships that I was drawing into my life, because it was trying to be like, hello, Tiffany, like, you need to work on that. That's why you keep drawing these relationships into your life where you feel rejected and abandoned. Yada yada. And that was also translating into my body, how I cared for myself. Because if you don't think that you're worth it, if you don't have self-worth, then it's really hard to take care of your body like you're worth it. It's like you have to like will and force your way into taking care of yourself if you don't truly, truly feel good about yourself. So I have an example. So let's say you get this brand new, beautiful car and you just love it. You're probably going to be like washing it and keeping it clean and not letting people eat food in it. And that's the same with your body. If you deeply love and respect your body, then you're going to be intrinsically motivated to take care of it, to be kind to it, to move it in a way that feels good, to eat food that nourishes you and makes you feel good. And it's going to be that much easier for you to stay on track instead of like fighting yourself and like trying to will yourself into doing something that just doesn't feel like it's in alignment with you. So that's the other really big piece of the puzzle that I wanted to talk about. Is it is about going inward. It is about taking time to discover yourself, to heal yourself, to connect to yourself, to take a time out. And what do I mean by that? I mean, there's lots of different modalities, so you can do what calls to you, but yoga has been very life-changing for me. Meditation, if I'm not meditating now, I notice it. I start to get way out of balance. So meditation has been big in my journey. Journaling, just doing stuff that you love, like stuff that lights you up, like go dance around the living room or whatever it is that just makes you feel good and light and refresh, like your batteries are getting recharged. That's going to be really important. And I just strongly encourage everyone to take like 5 minutes every day and just sit with yourself, just be with yourself. I know that that's hard. I'm a go person too. And it can be really hard for me to like slow down, stop, and just let the mind settle, let the mind relax. But if you're just living on go all the time, you're not going to be able to tap in and connect to you. Jesus. Oh my God, I need a new phone holder. That's insane. It's scaring the crap out of me every time it does that. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up because that thing's scaring me. But anyways, my point to my crazy story here with all the phone droppage is the self-care, the taking care of yourself and the feeling good about yourself and working on self-love and loving your body and even loving your body on the journey. I really had to learn that the hard way. Is like, okay, maybe my body doesn't look exactly how I want it to look right now, but I need to find that space of loving my body right now while I'm trying to reach my goals. Like, you can love your body now and try to change it at the same time. I know that that can feel backwards, but I promise you it's not. It's not about punishing yourself. It's not about hating yourself and willing yourself into being the size that you want, because it really doesn't work that way. And that is the harder road. I promise you that is the harder road. So if you can just stop, breathe, take a second, connect to yourself, find your self-love, find it. It is a challenging journey, but it's an absolutely worth it journey. That's going to be the other piece of the puzzle. And that's a huge piece of the puzzle. Like, just the eating and the workout. Yes, that's a piece of the puzzle, but that's not the whole picture at all. There's a whole other side. You are not just a body and a mind that, needs food and movement. You also have this spiritual aspect to you, whether you want to recognize that or acknowledge that or not. It is a part of you, and you are an emotional being, and there's just stuff that comes up that you got to work through, that you got to deal with. So anyways, that's my part 2. You guys are awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.